Hey there, GG Roses. Welcome back to the YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the worst things that students have actually done in school. Now, there's a lot of bad things you can do in school. I remember on the last day of my school, there was a teacher that nobody liked, and a load of my friends wrapped her car in toilet paper. It was actually very funny. So we're going to start with the most common things that kids have actually done in school and finish with the least common, or the rarest. And let me tell you, there is a reason that these things are the rarest, because why would any kid ever do these things? It's honestly crazy. Before we get into the video, guys, I just quickly want to point this out. Of all of you fantastic people who watch my videos, there's a massive 70.2% of you that haven't subscribed yet. Now, I read comments all the time saying you guys checked to see if you were subscribed. I realized that you weren't. So if you are one of those people, thank you for checking. I love you. Every single one of you helps me grow this channel, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much, guys. We're very close to 3 million. Thank you, you legends. All right, let's get on with the video. I'm interested to see how many things on this list that I did in school, because I was a weird kid, but I was also not a goody two-shoes, but I hated getting into trouble. So I'm interested to see how many I did. 1 in 15 people have done this. Fake your parents' signature. Okay. I think I did actually do this. Some say that you could go to jail because of this, but I wouldn't worry. Oh my God. If I had known that you can go to jail because of that, I definitely wouldn't have done it. I feel like that is definitely something a lot of kids do in school. Well, it is 1 in 15 apparently. I thought it would be more than that. 1 in 30 kids have done this. Eat grass that has been painted white. Kids often eat grass, but painted grass is very harmful for you. Never eat field stripes. I mean, you've really got to be a super weird kid to do that. That is Henry level. 1 in 50 kids have done this. Bring boiled eggs for lunch. I don't think I suppose I have actually. Yeah, my mum or my dad, I think, might have given me egg sandwiches, which I used to love. Egg mayo sandwiches. Amazing. Amazing sandwich. But not in school. Everyone just takes the piss out of you because it smells so bad. 1 in 72 kids have done this. Poop in the staff toilet. Oh my God. If I had done that, I used to poo all the time in school. So many kids just wait till they get home. I couldn't do that. It was either poo in the school or shit myself. But yeah, pooing in the staff toilet, I would have felt so edgy and cool. I always wondered what happened in the secret staff exclusive room. Imagine you go into the staff toilet and you just see 2 teachers in there and they're doing things. The secret room. 1 in 93 kids have done this. Put a hot test tube in cold water. Find out what happens when you put hot glass in cold water. But wear glasses. Yeah, I mean, it's going to explode. It's going to explode. That's what's going to happen. The temperature changes too much and then it just goes poof. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Not unless you want to get expelled. 1 in 140 kids have done this. Watching adult videos on school PC. Oh my God. At least make sure to clean your browser history and the desk. Oh God. Oh God. No, I definitely didn't do that in school. I mean, why would you want to do that in school? I mean, if you're watching it with your friends as a joke, I could kind of understand it. That's probably where that's come from, but not actually like, you know. 1 in 156 kids have done this. Blow vape into a fire alarm. Even though it's vapor, not smoke, it can still activate the fire alarm. Oh my God. No, I didn't do this. I mean, I've never vaped or smoked in my life. It wouldn't surprise me if a load of kids in my school did this, though. The fire alarm used to go off in my school a lot. It was a big school. My secondary school had 2,500 students, and I would say the fire alarm. There was a period of time where it was like in 2 weeks the fire alarm went off about 8 times, just kids setting it off. And then it got really serious, and the teacher said, "Right, if this happens again, you will be excluded." And then it happened again, and loads of kids got excluded. 1 in 171 students have done this. Stuff someone inside a locker. This is cruel enough to not only get you expelled, but possibly arrested too. Oh my God. I feel that's quite an American thing. The lockers in my school were not big enough to put a human inside of. Unless it was a really small human and you just crushed them and put them in. But yeah, no, I never did this, nor was I put in a locker. 1 in 200 students have done this. Set an alarm on every school tablet. For extra chaos, make sure to separate them by a minute each. Oh my God. That would be so annoying. In my school, we were the last year not to have iPads. We had laptops. We had crappy laptops, and then every year after us had iPads. I was always really jealous of that. Let me know in the comments, guys. Have you ever done any of these? Have you ever set any alarms on loads of iPads? 1 in 300 kids have done this. Yell through a megaphone. Oh, it's like the episode of The Simpsons where Bart screams through loads of megaphones. Take 2 megaphones and hold them next to each other. Trust me. I've never held a megaphone in my life. I don't know if that's, again, I don't know if that's an American thing. 1 in 358 kids have done this. Stick your gum in someone's hair. Oh, God. I did this once. Tomorrow, that kid came to school with a fresh haircut. That doesn't even make any sense. I think it means the next day, not tomorrow. You can't talk about tomorrow if it's already in the past. But yeah, anyway, don't stick gum in people's hair, guys. Especially not the teacher's hair. 1 in 410 kids have done this. Change passwords on school PCs. Oh my God. The school's IT guy will find your Fortnite account and get it shut down forever. Oh my gosh. I mean, I never did that, but the amount of times I forgot my own school laptop password or login was unbelievable. Mainly because, though, the school made you change your password like every month, and I would just forget. Why can't I just keep it the same? If no one's got into it, I surely can just keep it the same. Surely you only need to change your password if someone's hacked into it or something. 1 in 510 kids have done this. Take a nap in the janitor's closet. Why can't I nap there, but he can? The janitor, that's quite an American term, isn't it? It's basically the same as the caretaker in the UK school. We had quite a few weird caretakers. Why are the caretakers always really weird? They just seem a bit pedo-y, don't they? 1 in 600 kids have done this. Drink a beer in class. This requires breaking, like, several laws. That's crazy. I do remember some kids in my school getting either drunk. It would mainly be on the last day of school when, you know, if you got in trouble, it didn't matter. And also, they were already 18 at this point. But yeah, if you're drinking beer and you're under 18 in a UK school, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. 1 in 723 kids have done this. Order Domino's to your classroom. That is so funny. I mean, sure, you forgot your lunch, but this is a bad move. If I was the Domino's delivery driver and I got told to go to a school, I don't know what I would do. I feel like, I don't know. You can't just go in and say, oh, I've got 6 pizzas for Jake. I mean, you would be a legend, wouldn't you, if you did that in school? 1 in 950 kids have done this. Become the school's dealer. Oh my God. Be like Heisenberg and make full use of the school chemistry department. Oh God. 1 in 950 kids. That is insane to me that kids in school, that many kids in school, are being the dealer. That means in my school, with 2,500 students, there were nearly 3 kids that were dealers. To be honest, my school, I reckon all of them were. Every single one of them was a dealer, apart from me. 1 in 1,000 students have done this. Pee in the hall. It will smell horrible if it's not cleaned up until tomorrow. Oh my God. No, I definitely didn't do this. Let me know in the comments, guys. Have you ever peed in the hall? Some kids are just gross, aren't they? Honestly, I never did that, but I can imagine that's happened a lot in my school. 1 in 1,500 students have done this. Disconnect the fire alarm. Oh my God, very dangerous. Even if you don't also set the school on fire. That is crazy. Why would you do that? I don't understand why you would do that. It's not even funny. It's not even a funny prank. And it's probably hard to do. And it's like the risk to reward ratio there. 1 in 2,000 students have done this. Start a side hustle in the school. Oh my God, the amount of kids in my school that we would call dealers. Not drug dealers, but like they would be the school dealers and they'd just be like, what do you want to buy? What do you want? I got Snickers. I got crisps. What do you want? I got the works. And they would make a lot of money doing it as well. Sell schools tablets, PCs, calculators, even carpets. What an entrepreneur. Oh, like actually selling the school stuff. Imagine just stealing a school computer and then selling it in school. Oh God. 1 in 4,400 students have done this. Spray paint the lockers. What color are you choosing? If I could have a locker, I didn't have a locker in school because I brought 3 bags with me wherever I went in school. I basically looked like a year 7 throughout the whole time I was in secondary school. Just loads of bags. But if I was to have a locker, it would probably be green. Green is my favorite color. 1 in 5,000 students have done this. Whoopee cushion on a teacher's chair. I think this would actually be quite funny depending on the teacher you... Like, if it was a teacher that was actually funny themselves and you respected, that wasn't going to, like, punish you for it, I think it would be good. You will either become the funniest person in class or get expelled. Yeah, exactly. It entirely depends on the teacher. And I think if the teacher is any good, they would find it funny and they wouldn't actually punish the student, as long as they're not doing it all the time. Don't forget, guys, as this video goes on, these things that students have done in school get worse and worse. You definitely do not want to be doing the ones at the end. 1 in 6,000 students have done this. Put milk bottles in school's freezer. Bottles tend to explode when frozen. It'll be a huge mess. Oh my God. Oh, like glass milk bottles? That's definitely not a good idea. 1 in 7,100 students have done this. Hack the school computer system. What's the first thing you would do? I'd change my grades. Yeah, I mean, I would change my grades if I knew I wasn't going to get in trouble. Like, knew I wasn't going to get found out. What else could you do? What kind of things could you do? I would change all the names of all the teachers. I would sack the teachers that I didn't like. That's what I would do. Just remove them from the school system. 1 in 9,000 students have done this. Short the school's circuit breaker. How fun. A day at school without any electricity. That is actually a good idea, but, well, it's not a good idea if you're a student, but it is a good idea if you're a student because I'm pretty sure if the school has a power cut, then everyone gets to go home. Is that a thing? I feel like surely health and safety, school's not going to be able to stay open without power, right? Come to think of it, my whole, I don't know, however long I was in school, was it 12 years you're in school for? It's a long time. I don't think I had one power cut. 1 in 10,000 students have done this. Super glue a kid's hand to forehead. Oh my God. If you're doing it, make sure their hand is in a weird position. It will be hilarious. Or like that. Oh my God. How do you even do that to someone? I don't get how a kid can let you do that. Unless you're literally forcing them. I mean, it does sound quite funny, but also maybe bullying? 1 in 12,000 students have done this. Streak across the playground. What? No clothes. Would you rather do this or lose your shorts in the pool? I think I'd rather lose my shorts in the pool. I feel like that would be better just streaking across the school playground. Because you're more likely to be seen by more people and like kids you know. And everything's so embarrassing in school. Why is it so embarrassing? Everyone's so judgmental. Why can't I be naked in school? 1 in 14,000 students have done this. Spill oil in the cafeteria. You just gave everyone a free skating rink. Good job. Spill oil? Why have you got oil in school for a start? Unless you brought it in on purpose just to do that, just to make it slippery. 1 in 15,000 students have done this. Glitter bomb your classroom. Oh God. Glitter is almost impossible to clean. You'll be the janitor's #1 enemy. Oh my God, yeah. Glitter is the most annoying thing. It's almost as annoying as sand, I would say, to get out. 1 in 17,000 students have done this. Glue someone to their chair. That sounds really funny. It'll be really awkward when it's time for them to get up and leave. Oh, right, so you glue them, so you just put glue on their chair. They sit down, they don't know they've been glued, and then like half an hour later they try to get up. That does sound very funny, because they'd probably stand up with the chair and then not know how to get it off. 1 in 18,000 students have done this. Put a firecracker in the toilet. A tiny firecracker can blow up the toilet into 1,000,000 pieces. I feel like, do you get firecrackers in the UK? I've never seen them. The only equivalent I know of are these little party popper things. I can't remember what they were called, but they would be like the size of a pea, and you'd just chuck them at the floor and they'd explode. And that was the equivalent. But firecrackers look like literally little sticks of dynamite. It's definitely the American version. 1 in 20,000 students have done this. Pepper spray a teacher. Is that a good enough reason to get expelled? Probably. Yeah, I think so. If you brought pepper spray into school, I mean, that is essentially a weapon, and used it on the teacher, yeah, you're getting expelled. And if you're not getting expelled, you're getting excluded for a long time. That is crazy. That is crazy that a student has actually done that. Unless, of course, the teacher was, like, being weird and trying to touch them or something. I don't know. 1 in 28,000 students have done this. Put fish in the air vent. Oh, my God. That would be so bad. That would smell terrible. Do it on the last day of semester and the entire school will stink. Yeah, because the vents, it carries it throughout the whole school as well. Oh my God. It's a good prank. 1 in 40,000 students have done this. Drive into school on a motorbike. It won't be as cool as it seems in your head. I have seen this. I've heard about this. A kid literally drove their motorbike into school. Actually, I'm not even sure if it was their motorbike. I think it was their teacher's motorbike. They'd stolen their motorbike and driven it into the classroom. Yeah. It won't be as cool as it seems in your head. Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be, because I would crash it, because I don't know how to ride a motorbike. 1 in 43,000 students have done this. Put a cigarette in everyone's backpack. Tomorrow, you'll know by their look if their parents found it. I think if I came home and I had a cigarette in my backpack and my parents knew, they know me. I think they would know that it wasn't me and it was planted. I feel like I could convince them, just because they knew how much I didn't want to smoke. Because my mum used to smoke and I hated it. 1 in 55,000 students have done this. Invite your teacher to a sleepover. What the fuck? That is so weird. And that, I mean, it's not that weird. Like, it's weird inviting them, but it would be even weirder if the teacher said yes. It would just be weird at best, but more likely it would come across as creepy. If you invited your teacher over for a sleepover and it was just you two and they said yes, that would be so weird. Like, don't get me wrong, there were definitely some teachers in my school that I used to get on really well with, and I probably would have invited them over. I probably wouldn't have actually invited them over. I just think it would have been cool to hang out with them, but I wouldn't have done it. Oh God, I mean, there's just, yeah. 1 in 62,000 students have done this. Close the main water valve. Imagine noticing there's no water after a long session of sitting on the toilet. Oh, God. So you can't flush. You're just leaving poo in the toilet. Well, at least it's in the toilet and not on the floor, which is literally what it would be every time I would go into the boys' toilets in my old school. Just on the floor or the walls or the ceiling. Literally anywhere but the toilet. 1 in 75,000 students have done this, releasing rats. Rat bites can be dangerous. They can transmit diseases such as rabies. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure if you get rabies as well, you die. Pretty sure that's a thing. That's crazy. Imagine releasing rats into your school. 1 in 80,000 students have done this. Bring a paintball gun in. One more way to paint the lockers and the ceiling. I mean, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Having a paintball gun in school and just shooting all the people you don't like. You know, you're not killing them. You know, it's just hurt. It's you're bruising them. Just shooting your bully. Shooting your school bully with a load of paintballs. 1 in 91,000 students have done this. Insult your teacher in graffiti. This would definitely be my strategy for the expulsion speedrun. Well, only if they can prove it's you. If you're insulting your teacher in graffiti, saying, I don't know, Mr. Smith has a tiny dick, they got to work out who that was that did that. It wasn't me. It was my sister. Okay, guys, we're getting to the really weird ones now, if they're not weird enough already. 1 in 170,000 students have done this. Moan on the microphone. Oh, God. Just make sure to find a perfect moment when principal's office is empty. Oh, God. I'm not sure. Was there a microphone in my school? I think there probably was. I don't remember there being, like, announcements. Again, I think that's, like, an American thing. I don't know. It might be in some UK schools. I don't really remember that. But yeah, if there was a microphone and you somehow managed to get hold of it, that would be very funny to do that, wouldn't it? 1 in 300,000 students have done this. Order a casket for your teacher. That's not really that funny, actually. That's basically a death threat, isn't it? Maybe they'll get the hint and start grading your homework better. Oh my God. 1 in 300,000 students have done that. Imagine you being a teacher and you arrive to classroom and there's just your casket there. It's just got your name on it, literally. I would just quit then and there. That is a death threat. 1 in 600,000 students have done this. Shoot a flare gun. Oh my God, better than a real gun, I guess, but still pretty terrible. Yeah, I mean, you could cause a fire, couldn't you? I would love to be in that school seeing that happen. I'm assuming they didn't shoot it in class. Maybe they did. I'd like to think they went outside and shot it, but I don't know. 1 in 850,000 students have done this. Bring a fake C4 bomb in. And in today's show and tell, Timmy is going to show us his C4 bomb. Actually, wait, what? You could also stick it to your teacher's car. Yeah, well, you could do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. What the hell? I can't believe that people have actually done that. I mean, I know it's fake, but still, like, why would you do that? Surely you would still get arrested if you brought a fake one in. If it's not real, would you still get arrested? Either way, I wouldn't recommend it. 1 in 1.5 million students have done this. Oh my God. What the f***? Impregnate your teacher? Whoa! Whoa, I guess the teacher would be the one getting in more trouble here. That's happened to 1 in 1.5 million students. That doesn't sound like many, but that is actually a lot. Like, that is a lot of students. I mean, yeah, if you're 15, 16, and you're sleeping with your teacher and you made them pregnant, what the hell? I'm not sure what's worse. Would it be worse if... Yeah, okay, I do know what's worse. I do know what's worse, actually. I was going to say, what's worse? An underage male sleeping with a female teacher, making them pregnant, or the other way around? And the other way around is definitely worse. Oh my God. And that wasn't even the weirdest one, guys. 1 in 3 million students have done this. Remove all the chairs. Okay, maybe it was the weirdest one. This is an insanely high-effort prank. Is it worth it? That sounds like a hilarious prank, actually. And yeah, as it says, very high effort. That would take so long. How many chairs are in a school? My school, for example, if it had 2,500 students, I imagine it had at least 2,500 chairs. That's a lot of chairs to get rid of. 1 in 8 million students have done this. Write cheetah on your teacher's car. It will be an interesting rest of the day when they get home. I mean, what a prank to play on your teacher. Just completely ruin their marriage. You got to have like an absolute vendetta against the teacher to be doing something like that. Like you get in so much trouble. Like, yeah, it's a funny story, but I mean, it's not funny for the teacher for a start. And then also, if you get caught, like if you got caught doing that, you're going to prison. And that's not fun for anyone. 1 in 15 million students have done this. What the hell is it? Unlock doors for a shooter. Oh God, what a cheery one to finish on. Well, unless they spare for your life, for being courteous. So 1 in 15 million students have done. So, well, they're obviously working together, though. Unlock doors for a shooter. Unless you thought you were going to get killed if you didn't do that, or maybe they were part of it. I don't know. Is there any justification for that? I don't know. That just sounds insane to me. And I can't believe that that is something that happens. Not even just in America, but all around the world. Like, it is insane. But mainly America, isn't it? It is mainly America. Well, on that cheery note, guys, we're going to leave it there. But that is unbelievable to me, the amount of crazy things that students have actually done in school. It started, I love how it started with faking your parents' signature. And we ended up with impregnating your teacher. And then freaking school shooting. What the hell? Well, I'm glad to say I definitely haven't done many of these things when I was in school. And I hope you guys haven't either. I mean, some of them are quite funny. The ones at the start. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Before you go, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!